St. Michael-Albertville High School has a unique perspective. It is a school that keeps growing as the communities burst out of the suburbs. It's an exciting time.
When I moved here 25 years ago, it was like a small town when I was, from in Michigan, and we really focused on academics. And it seems like over the past 15, 20 years, a lot of people have moved out from the metro area, and they want those same things, those same opportunities that their kids had in the suburbs or in the metro area.
What that means is opportunity. Enrollment increases leads to more options. And in the industrial arts arena, it means better equipment. What does that do for you, knowing you have great technology and great equipment?
Oh, just the opportunities we can give to the kids here. They get to use this stuff firsthand, and they can go into a tech school, into a college, and they're already ahead of the...
Sure, they work with equipment might be better than what they're going to work with, huh?
It's a good possibility.
If we lower this piece right here, and then lowering it with this, we basically shift that whole thing down.
But we gotta pay attention on the wheels too, and we gotta be able to get a certain angle if we're gonna have that canopy on here.
See, like technology, these times have changed.
3D printing, laser cutting, those are things that 10 years ago were fairly new, and now every student that goes through our program knows how to do this.
With that has come some bold adventures. They offer an aviation program.
But then in aviation too, we design and build a radio-controlled airplane, and then we go out back here and fly it.
I think we hear it nice here, actually.
On the ground, there is another project that has taken on a life. They spend a school year with a team of willing participants in a project called Super Mileage, where they build it from scratch as a team.
I really like it. I feel like it's a good team and a good group of people, and I'm really interested in how we work on the car and build it.
I think we're gonna have to make a better roll bar this year because we're kind of tucked in.
Gretchen is part of what is catching on, taking young people to a place they did not know existed.
I really like the collapsible steering wheel.
Do we need to have the knees bent?
And you draw plans and drop ideas, and then we basically propose it to our teacher, and then teacher's like, yeah, that could work, and then he maybe problem solves with us, because we also do a lot of problem solvings we find along the way. Is like maybe this angle doesn't work, or when you put on wheels, the turning radius doesn't work. So then problem solving, and then you get a final document. So then from there we do prototyping and maybe modeling.
In the process, they join forces. They work with teachers. They inspire each other.
I've been teaching for 35 years, and just teaching is satisfying. It's gratifying, and I, just love to work around the kids. I see them. You just see the light bulb go on sometimes, and the kids really know how to they get a lot out of it.
That's what this school wants to be about. Creating dreamers that can become doers.
We want our kids to be well-rounded, and we want kids to find their passion. So we certainly excel at academics. We're in the top 10% for language arts. We're in the top 10% for math, and top 10% or 7% for science. So we want our kids to do well in art and academics, but we also want to give our kids opportunities in the arts and also in activities.
What went into this design that's different from?
Oh, this is a stock class car, and this one we've averaged around the 400 mile per gallon mark with
400
this car.
miles a gallon?
Yes.
Wow.
And we had a sophomore actually designed the body this year. He took it all on himself, and he went with it.
How fast will it go?
We can exceed 35.
Okay.
But we like to do what is called burn and kill. They'll run it up for about 30 miles per hour. They'll kill it, coast till about 12 miles per hour.
So there's an art to this.
The driver is very much involved in this.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's exciting to see the driver. The kids will compete against each other. Who can get the best mileage between the kids, too.
Anybody ever drive it downtown and somebody...
We haven't seen that.
Would the wheels be able to get around the body or no?
And this activity creates a bond. There is only one way to do this right, and that is to do it together.
Well, you get the freedom to make the car however you want. And then also you get to have these team members, have a small little group, get to work on the car all together, get to add whatever you want to it, weld if you wanted to, you could make the body. There's a part where everyone could chip in.
I mean, when you look at the finished product, what does that mean? Because you know what went into this thing.
I feel like when I see it, I see what we need to improve on.
Okay, that's what you see when you look there out?
I see the hard work.
Yeah.
But I see what we can improve upon.
That's good, though. You never want to quit learning, getting better, right?
Yeah.
So they toil, each person playing a different role, each person with the same goal. Get it right by the end of the school year for the competition that would measure them against others.
It's a process, and it's great. I get them hooked on it in September, and we work all the way up till competition in May. And to see the kids come together, it's just great.
While they work to create it, they recognize they were learning more than how to build a super mileage car.
But they all have to work together because they all have to make that car go in April or May when they're competing. So there's that deadline date, and they come in on the weekends and work, you know, give up their Saturday, give up their Sunday, and they're working on that car.
That was the biggest win, to learn people skills and engineering skills in concert.
Yeah, you need to work with your team really well to be like, I feel anyways, you just need to work cooperatively with your team, because if you're like yelling at your teammates on race day, it doesn't really help the team. And all team members have to be working like together to produce a vehicle that runs really well.
And when it was done, they did not win, but the car ran, and that by itself was a victory.
To see that car go around the track, it's so exciting for those kids.
Is that the big win? It's when it goes around the track?
Oh, sometimes there are a number of schools that never get to see their car go around the track. It is very frustrating. It is actually an engineering feat to get the car to go around the track. And then it's the endurance. The car has to go around 2 laps around the Brainerd International Raceway, and then it has to qualify 6 rounds, 6 runs of 2 laps.
Was there a most difficult part to this?
The most difficult part was getting it to run correctly with the carburetor. The carburetor actually, when we fed fuel to it, actually was using too much, and it kept
flooding.
Kept flooding, and then spewing the rest out of actually the where your
But you were able to solve that problem?
Yep. So actually, we had
Actually had to borrow a few parts from another team.
But that's the way it works, right?
Yeah.
This is life. You figure it out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You could feel the pride of taking on a project, achieving, and having fun the way it is supposed to be when you are in education for the right reasons.